Hey guys, welcome to my new YouTube video. Mindy on the Move here, and I'm here to show you today the beautiful Black Hills and Badlands National Park in South Dakota. The Black Hills and Badlands National Park both hold a very special place in my heart because one, Badlands was my very first national park ever, and two, that was my first trip out west, was to the Badlands and the Black Hills. So it completely blew my mind and opened my eyes to a whole new world, a whole new landscape, and a whole new part of this country. Yeah, I've been there multiple times since my first visit, and each time it has blown me away, and I've enjoyed every second I've spent there. So without further ado, let me show you my must-see favorite places in the Black Hills region of South Dakota. First up, you must visit Badlands National Park. The scenery in Badlands is literally out of this world. It looks like a totally different planet, which is probably the main reason that they use its landscape to film scenes in Armageddon and other space movies. Its dramatic landscape spans countless sharply eroded buttes, steep canyons, and sprawling grasslands. There are many lookouts in the park, and each one has an original and mesmerizing view of this incredible place. There are millions of perfect places for the best photo ops. You can't go wrong no matter where you point your camera. Your jaw will be sure to hit the floor when you make your initial drive and hike into this park. I know mine did, and it still does every time I go. Even more, guys, there is such an abundance of wildlife here. Every time I've been to the park, it never fails. I've always seen herds of bison, bighorn sheep, and I mean, they get pretty close, so watch out. I've seen plenty of prairie dogs, especially in the prairie dog town. It's this area of the park where they are all over the grasslands, the fields, and they're making little bark chirp noises to each other. It's amazing. I just cannot get enough of the wildlife there. Another reason why this park is so special to me, it's very remote and it's very relaxing. It's not near as busy as other national parks like Grand Canyon, Yellowstone, Rocky Mountain, Yosemite. Those parks, obviously are beautiful, but they're very crowded, especially during peak season. But Badlands always seems to still maintain that remoteness and that charm. And it's more quiet and peaceful, and it's easy to get completely away from the crowds and other people. And guys, holy moly, there is nothing like a Badlands sky. The sunsets we've seen there are like just bursts of fiery reds and orange, and then sometimes they're like cotton candy with pinks and purples. Each one totally mesmerizing and totally different and unique and just stunning. But not only that, the night sky is unbelievable. It's so dark you can get photos of the galaxies, the Milky Way. We've even seen comets there. It's crazy beautiful for night photography. It's wild. Next on the must-visit list in the Black Hills of South Dakota is Sylvan Lake. I couldn't believe it the first time I saw this lake. It is so beautiful. It is surrounded by giant boulders, and the water itself, it varies in color. The one time we went, it was like a deep blue color, and this last time we went, it was a greenish color, and it's just, again, surrounded by giant boulders. It's amazing. It's so pretty, and it's so fun to swim in. You can go paddleboarding, hiking. There's so many activities to do there, and I promise you, this lake will blow you away, and it's a must-see and a must-explore, and you'll have the best summertime just playing in it. Then definitely be sure to drive the Scenic Needles Highway and stop at the many overlooks that you come across along the drive, because they are crazy beautiful. You can see the needles from different viewpoints, and they're just this like rugged, sharp, eroded mountain peaks jutting up, and they look like needles, hence the name. It's pretty cool. Another place to be sure to visit is Mount Coolidge. The views up there are 360 views, panoramic, just vast mountain scenery of the Black Hills all below. And I swear if you look super hard, you can even see a glimpse of the Badlands clear in the distance. Mount Coolidge, definitely hike up there. It's amazing. Another amazing hike or viewpoint of Black Hills to check out is Black Elk Peak. Okay guys, are you ready for this? Spearfish Canyon. It's a must-see area of the Black Hills region in South Dakota. It is this narrow canyon. You can drive through it and you can also hike through it, and there are so many waterfalls and just stunning rock canyon wall scenery everywhere. It is such a pretty place. I mean, my husband and I love it so much. We've even debated about buying property there, honestly. It's such a pretty area. I've obviously talked a lot about Badlands National Park, but another national park that's also near Black Hills, South Dakota is Wind Cave National Park. I mean, this place is unreal and is also teeming with wildlife, especially bison and antelope. We did not get to go into the cave when we visited because it is currently, I believe it is still closed for maintenance. Yeah, that was a bit of a bummer considering that is the main attraction there. But even if the cave is closed, I still highly recommend a visit there because, as I said, the scenery and the wildlife make it an unforgettable experience. Alright guys, no trip to the Black Hills is complete without visiting the iconic, amazing, incredible, so fun town of Deadwood, South Dakota. Yeah, Deadwood. If you've heard or seen of the show on HBO called Deadwood, yes, that is the same place. And, well, not necessarily where they filmed, but that is where the show was based. It's a historic western town, and you can even go to Mount Moriah Cemetery and see where Seth Bullock and Wild Bill Hickok are buried, along with Calamity Jane and a bunch of other icons. I also must recommend that when you're in Deadwood, visit Saloon Number 10. It is such a fun Western saloon. And the food is good, the drinks are great, the atmosphere is so Western, and you'll feel like you walked into the Wild Wild West back in the day. Yeah, that's the place. That's the place. Go eat, go drink, be merry. Once COVID is no longer a thing, obviously. Also, when you're in Custer State Park, don't forget to drive the Wildlife Scenic Loop, because throughout that loop, you are definitely gonna see, once again, herds and herds of bison. We've seen coyotes, antelope, and we've actually seen donkey. It was pretty crazy. Well, burros. They call them burros there, but we've seen wild burros, which was pretty neat to see them up close. I don't recommend petting them because people make the mistake of thinking they're friendly like horses and stuff, and that is not the case. So be cautious around them, but definitely go out and enjoy their presence. Alright guys, so that is it for my guide of must-see places in the Black Hills region of South Dakota. I hope you get to go and experience it for yourself, and I hope this inspired your next visit, and I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more travel videos and more travel content from Mindy on the Move. And please subscribe to my website, mindyonthemove.com, and my YouTube channel. Thank you guys. Happy travels.